All right, now we're going to be multiplying and dividing radicals. Notice here it says that if you multiply root a times root b, you can join them together as a single root of a times b, right? Root a, root b, join them together, and the insides, the a and b, multiply with each other. So that's what we're going to do now with example 1. We're going to need to multiply with the insides together. But first you can notice that the outsides, well, those can be multiplied, and then these are our insides. So the 4 and the 3, those are outside the radical. 4 times 3 is 12, and then we're going to have the square root, and the insides multiply to be 5 times 5, which is 25. Now the square root of 25, you need to know, is just 5, and 12 times 5 is 60. So this question says simplify the following by multiplying. So we've taken two radicals, multiplied them together to get a single radical, but that radical actually could be reduced. So here we have the next question B. The outsides multiply together, so -2 times 4 is going to be 8. And on the insides, 7 times 7 is 49. And the 2 and the 4, when they multiply, there is a negative there, so we'll need to have a -8. Now, the square root of 49 is just 7. -8 times 7 is going to be -56. Here we have -8 and -5. These are our outsides. Those can multiply to be a positive 40. And the inside, 8 times 8 is 64. However, the square root of 64 is just a number. It's 8. So 40 times 8, well, 4 times 8 is 32, and then we have the 0 at the end, so 320. Now, those are very, very, quote unquote, easy because the square root of 25 you would just know. But often the inside is something that we don't know, and we have to reduce it as much as we can. So this would be our first example of that. I don't know if it's any reducing, but we'll see. So the outsides, 4 and 3. There's the 4 on the outside and the 3 on the outside. Those multiply together to get us to 12. And the inside is 3 times 5, which is 15. Now the process generally will be, can this 15 be reduced? I don't know what the square root of 15 is. So you can break this down to 3 times 5. Remember that this is a square root, so we are looking for pairs. I don't have a pair. There's nothing for me to do, meaning this answer just stays, I can't seem to erase here, so the answer just stays 12 square root 15. There's nothing else we can do to it. Sometimes we can, and we'll see if there's an example of that here. 3 and 2, those are our outside numbers, 3 and -2, so they'll multiply to -6. And the inside numbers are 2 times 3, which is also 6. So what you would need to do next is just to check to see if this can be reduced. So this breaks down to a 2 and a 3. And I can't break it down anymore, and there are no pairs, so there's nothing for me to do at this point. I'm going to try to erase, but that seems to never work when I want it to. Spoke too soon. This is the final answer because there's no reducing possible. Here, the outsides are the 6 and the 7, so we'll have a 42 when you multiply those. The insides are a 2 and a 5, which is a 10. That can break down to 2 and 5, which again, we can't do anything with, so there's no pairs there, so this is our final answer.